Will King of Boston visits the Jackson family home in Gary on the 11th anniversary of Michael Jackson's death on June 25, 2020. Michael Gard, Post-Tribune. Michael Gard, Post-Tribune. It took 16 hours to get here from Boston, and he'd have to turn right back around to make it back home in time for his mom's birthday this weekend. But Will King, 47, didn't mind. Around 10 a.m. Thursday, King was one of the first people of the day to make the pilgrimage to the house. Though signed posters tied to the fence around the house proved that at least 2 people beat him there the night before. Seeing Michael Jackson's childhood home in Gary was a bucket list item for him, King said. As he took photos of the home, he joked he'd soon have to start deleting photos from his phone for memory space, which would prove challenging since he has many photos of his grandchildren. "You couldn't stop me from coming," King said. "It's already been worth it." Michael Jackson died June 25, 2009, 2 months before his 51st birthday, and every year since fans near and far come see his childhood home in Gary on the anniversary of his death to remember the King of Pop. "It doesn't seem like 11 years, King said. "It's bittersweet." The Jackson family home is located at 2300 Jackson Street, just behind Roosevelt High School. The house is white and tan with a black roof and neatly maintained landscaping. The pathway to the front door and at the side of the house have honorary plaques cementing the significance of the home. A fence surrounds the Jackson family home and the home next door, which has 2 pictures in the front windows, a picture of Michael Jackson standing between his parents and the same picture with his father cropped out. The Jackson family home in Gary photographed on the 11th anniversary of Michael Jackson's death, which occurred June 25, 2009. Michael Gard, Post-Tribune. Michael Gard, Post-Tribune. Throughout the morning Thursday, a handful of cars slowed or stopped in front of the house to look at it and snap some pictures. A car with Virginia plates was parked next to the house for a few minutes, then drove off. Rachel Walker, who lives in California, is currently on a road trip across the country with her family. They planned the trip so they could be in Gary on Thursday to honor the anniversary of Jackson's death, she said. Walker recalled being on a fishing trip the day Jackson died and hearing the news as the boat pulled into the harbor. A happier memory, Walker said, was the day she bought the Thriller album shortly after its release. "We're loyal fans," Walker said, adding it was her second time visiting the home. Paul Hayward of Gary watches a Michael Jackson video on his phone outside the Jackson family home in Gary on the 11th anniversary of Michael Jackson's death, June 25, 2020.